Hello and welcome to Recorder Karate Brown Belt 8, and our song is Amazing Grace. All right, let's look first at the beginning of the song. So we always look at our music first to see what we're up against. So we look at the treble clef, and right next to the treble clef we have our time signature. The time signature in this song is 3/4, which means that we have 3 counts per measure, and the bottom 4, of course, means that a quarter note gets 1 beat. All right, so let's look at things that we have learned first. We have, at the beginning of the song, we have 1 quarter note, which means that there's only 1 count in this first measure. Well, if you'll remember, that means that it is a pickup measure, and that the rest of those 3 counts are in the very last measure. So we have a half note, which is 2 counts, going to the 3rd count, which is in the first measure. So that means that we're starting on count 3. This is the 3rd count. Okay, so let's take a look at something else that we have learned recently. In our 6th level song, When the Saints Go Marching In, we had lots of ties. And we have 2 ties in this song. So we have a tie here and we have a tie here. And remember what a tie is, is where you have the same note in 2 measures, and because they have this little slur going over the notes, you do not replay that. So we have a dotted half note in this measure, which means that it is 3 counts, and then it ties to D in the 2nd measure, which is a half note. So we have 3 counts plus 2 counts, which is 5 counts. So we are holding that D for 5 counts. At the end, it is the same time, but it is different notes. So we have a dotted half G followed by a half note G. And they are connected by the slur. They're tied together, so we are counting that for also 5 counts. So let's look and see some other things that we are familiar with. We have quarter notes, which is 1 count. We have half notes, which are 2 counts. We have dotted half notes, which are 3 counts, and we have 1/8 notes, which are a half a count apiece. So together, these 2 1/8 notes equal 1 beat. So if you were to look at this measure, you would say 1, 2, 3, and. All right, so we have a new kind of note in this song, and this kind of note is called a dotted quarter note. So it's a quarter note next to a dot. They look similar, except this is a dotted half and this is a dotted quarter. A dotted quarter gets 1.5 beats. So this measure, the way that it would count is 1, 2, and 3, and. I'm going to do that again. 1, 2, and 3, and. Now, because that is D, B, D, B, D, I'm going to play it so that you can hear what it sounds like. D, B, D, B. Same here. Same kind of timing, different notes. E, G, G, E. E, G, G, E. So the way that that would sound is E, G, G, E. Okay, so now that we've gone through all of our notes, let's clap out the rhythm for the entire song. Of course, we are counting on count 3 on this first measure. So let's get ready. 1, 2, D, G, B, G, B, A, G, E, D, D, G, B, G, B, A, D, B, D, B, D, B, G, B, E, G, G, E, D, D, G, B, G, B, A, G. All right, now let's do the same thing on our recorder. Well, because we start on a very low note, a lot of times I like to play my note just to kind of get the feel for the note. The lower the note is, the harder it is to play because you are depending on your fingers on squeezing those notes really tight. So don't play loosely because then you get a squeaky sound, and we do not like a squeaky sound. We like a nice low sound. So squeeze tight and play lightly. Okay? All right, so let's say the note names and put our fingers on first. Okay? 1, 2. D, G, B, G, B, A, G, E, D, D, G, B, G, B, A, D, B, D, B, D, B, G, D, E, G, G, E, D, D, G, B, G, B, A, G. All right, let's play. 1,